Good afternoon. Coming to you live from the Reflecting Pools and Planetarium in Flint, Michigan. I'm Shayne Hodges, and this is Leroy Jackson, community activist, community leader. Yeah, that's Leroy. So thanks for joining us. Today we have a lot of topics to talk about in Flint and the situations that are happening right now that are affecting our lives today. So welcome to the show. Today we're going solo to bring you the information you need to know. So, one of the big things that's going on, and it's affecting my life as well, is the water situation. And there's many different ways that it does. One way is financially, and then the quality. So you're worrying about your health and your finance. You have to pay this bill for water you're unsure of and you don't drink. So, it's good enough to flush toilets and wash clothes, and that's about it. So,
well, a lot of people are complaining about this water situation, and meaning like the bills, because they're not getting credited the money that was supposed to be taken off of it. But yet they're sending bills out, sending out shut-off notices telling them they're going to shut their water off. Like, how are you not giving up something that the judge said that you have to, but yet you want to shut somebody off? Nor are they working with the people of Flint. And this is becoming a problem. And we need to address these things. And this is what we really need to talk about, because that's the biggest craze right now. Why are people being fretted by this type of stuff?
Right. And that's it was proven in court that the mayor illegally raised the water rates twice. 35% over a period of a year and a half. So this is proven. This is law. The judge ruled on this. So in the meantime, why are you so intent to shut everybody off, right? We don't know. We're unsure of the quality. People have gotten sick, have gotten hurt. And now you're coming into the situation where you're cutting people off. I don't think anyone should be cut off right now until you can prove the water is safe within governmental guidelines. That's when we should pay for it. When we have every person who pays their water bill, which there's 34,000 paying customers. So think about the numbers. 34,000 people pay their bill, and they're still going to come after the 1,800 that are struggling to pay. Because face it, how much do you spend on bottled water?
Man.
It's $3.99 a case. And that's you buy it. I drink coffee. It takes 3 bottles for a pot of coffee. And these are the things our money are going, the little money we have and earn and get, these are going to things like water and food and things like that, because it's really hard to put things together and find the resources to adapt to changes such as, the water is poisonous, because we're just supposed to be paying the water bill and not all these side things like medical bills from being hurt. So, and that's one of the things I think we can take to city council. We can, when you go to the mayor's open house, December 8th, from 5 to 7 at Hasselbring, you got to go and be a part of her town hall meeting. This is a part of change that we were talking about. That's something that we both agree on, we have to be the change. What are you going to change? How can you help? What are you going to do? You have to come talk with these people, the mayor, the city council members. You have to come tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. at Woodside Church on Court Street is Flint Neighborhood United meeting. You have to become the change that you would like to see, and that's what I think is going to help us. You have to become that.
That's something. I'm glad you said that, because the change is going to have to start somewhere, because this water debacle is crippling our economy. And it's making it to where now they're talking about, I heard earlier on the radio that they're talking about sending emergency manager type crap towards our schools now. Oh man, imagine what it did to our water.
And our city government right now.
So now what's it going to do to our schools, man?
Right.
I'm not understanding how are they having their hands so far entangled into what we got.
Right.
Which they're not going after KWA and telling KWA to give us some of our money back to put those funding towards what's going to help us.
Or we have to renegotiate that contract we receive some monies for having a water source for sale. Because that's basically what the KWA is supposed to be. Because they all voted on it. It's supposed to be have water for sale. if we need to buy it at a low rate, if they need to buy it, but it's there for sale. And we own 35% because the two main partners are Flint and Genesee. Now, these are the things that people say there's a lot of communities involved in the KWA, but we bet the bank on KWA and switched to a river source and told Detroit we're not coming back.
Infrastructure tore to the ground.
Tore to the ground, because I know for a fact in my neighborhood, PPMs are back up to 99, 113, 112. People have test results saying that they are experiencing high TTHMs, which is the byproduct of chlorine, which it's just basically too much bleach. It's the toxic water. It's very corrosive. So just imagine pumping that stuff through the old infrastructure that was built back in these days, even before these days.
This is a federal disaster.
And that's one thing we're waiting on. When are we going to call an emergency? Are we going to call an emergency? We both read, and everyone...
How do we have to fight to call in an emergency? Because this is an emergency. People's lives are in danger. We hurt as an economy. We're the second poorest. KWA said if they're back out of the contract, if they become economic crutch to us, and we have an economic crutch, it's them. So something needs to be done, needs to be talked about. Because before we start talking about getting rid of them, they need to come to the table and start talking to us about something that we can settle. Because we're talking about getting rid of them. And then they talking like, oh, how can we do that? We can put this much money in there. No, stop playing with us. We need help.
Yes, we do. And we need to take all of our resources and bring them now. We're not talking about master plan 50 years. We're talking about now. What can we do now to improve our communities? Last night we were both at the first Ruth Mott Foundation meeting talking about the grant money and what ideas were coming from the people. And one of the main ideas was the children, the youth, and the programs. And that is one of the biggest issues that we have to face. And that's one of the things that is being hurt with this water situation is the children. These young kids, we don't know what's going to happen 15 years from now. We know today. And that's it, and we have to continue to protect them, involve them in quality programming, educational, like CMB basketball. They are over there. It's like a sports academy. You play sports, you learn sports, and you go to academically, so you can go to those big colleges and, enjoy the life you're supposed to. Everybody's supposed to have a chance, and that's what we have to provide. And I hope everyone out there who watches these, anybody who likes and shares, we really appreciate helping get this message out, because we're trying to get the city together. So things that have happened, there were so many good ideas. So we all have to come together.
Yep, and I'd like to see a lot of these monies that are coming to Flint. Please try to make something that'll prosper for the future instead of just throwing money at the problem, just fueling the flame.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know we're supposed to give it to the youth and everything and to help them out. I love it. But one thing we gotta have in mind, we have to go in it for the future. We have to start producing jobs like gardening and things. We got a lot of land. We have to start doing things that produce jobs for the future economically.
If, for example, we could, after school programs and like community service programs involve a bunch of lawn crews. How about the summer in Flint? How many lawn crews are young men and that need a little job? They can pay them, need a little job, and they'll take care of their own neighborhoods where they live and other neighborhoods close to them, so they get to know their city. They get to have a little pride in it, because once you fix up a park and cut the grass, work ethic, these programs, people, first-time offenders, people who are getting out of prison, give them a job in their neighborhood. This is your job. Here's some money. You work, earn it. You got to go to class over here, offer the education for them to change. Give them what they like. Not everybody wants to be an accountant. Not everybody wants to be a mechanic. But we need to have these programs. Not just have a meeting and, buy a bunch of food and talk about it. Really do it. Open up these schools. Give the monies to new people.
Yeah.
Not the same old things that you just been dumping money into that are failures.
That's not
We're here
prospering
now.
for the future. And meaning, like, when they give the money to people, I can understand, like, Burston and stuff, because Burston does have to prosper for our community.
Yes, they do. They
But when you
offer
give it
a lot
to
of
people like
resources.
other entities, make sure that it prosper so they don't have to keep coming back
Yeah,
getting that
give
same
them the
money.
help
So
they
then
need.
it can go around and we can all produce jobs that'll help each other out and Lego things. Because we need to help each other out, intertwine. Not just one or two people have, oh, I got this idea. No, we need a group of ideas.
Our foundation will take the money and buy the stuff they need.
That's right.
You know, and that's what we're up against. A bunch of groups that have had all this money for so long. Because this isn't new. I asked Raphael if this is a new program, and it's not. The Ruth Foundation gives out millions. They've been given. It's just been under wraps by certain groups that keep it and pass it around.
And you know
now
who
it's
you
time
are.
to give it back.
We'll be after you.
We have to like and share, and we have to come together as a group of people united that, you know, we each have our own individual skills and skill sets. So we can all give each other's best and put it for a better city, a better place to live,
That's
a better place to be, and a safer place. Because right now it's not safe.
Or loving.
Or loving. Everybody has that evil in their heart, and that's not the world we want to live in, because people forget and get caught up. You only live, this is it. You're only living, and then you're only person that don't mind being dead is the one that's dead.
Is that money that they keep pushing around is what's going around. And I noticed that everybody's looking like snakes a little bit. Not everybody there, but we had a couple people there.
Everybody has a concerned face and tight face, and they don't want to talk about it.
That was out there representing, and a few other ones that I can't say right now.
The council members were in the audience at the Mott Foundation asking for money to continue their programs that they all had the money under wraps for. So, you know, and that's the thing. It's a new day. Let's get everybody involved from all ends of the city,
including adults.
Adults,
don't just go after the
senior
youth too, because
citizens.
the youth gotta, like that one guy said.
We have to give them places to go and be involved in.
He said, he said, we got to see adults going to work, man.
Right, we do.
We have to.
We have to see the grown-ups going to work, you know, and that's the part of life that we all have to do,
and we have to do that community
and show them,
like that.
fathers
I like how we
and men,
come together, man.
and you know, like and share our page and get our information. And we want your information. We want what can you do? What is your skill set? What can you do that is different, that can make a change in everybody's life, your life? Because once everyone is doing good and being good, and there are a lot of good plans. For example, Councilman Eric Mays, he has plans to take the city and involve everyone into investing in it, to make sure we all have that same involvement with each other. And you know, and once if everybody's bills are paid, everybody is water's good, and we're not struggling, I think that'll be a part of stopping. People won't want to come into your house and take what you got because they got their own. You know, people won't need
on the rise too.
And that's what we need.
A lot of people are out here coming from other states. I know a guy, a friend of mine named Mario Duncan, shouts out to you, brother, because he's coming down here and he's talking about community policing and getting involved and wondering what grants can be used to help out that safety issue.
There's a lot of safety issues that are just simple, that can be changed with just a little activity, a little involvement. Our police officers they're ready to be side by side with us. And it doesn't matter who you are. If you live in this city, you are a part of this city. And what part do you want to be?
He want to play basketball and be a part of the community and be involved, and that's what he's talking about. Because he's in connection with Burston as well. He goes down there.
Yes.
His wife is a dance instructor down there, so he's talking about bringing in stuff like the community police and the radios and
everything,
and
everywhere, and it's available because we all know over at the Dort mini station is Blondie and Mark Smith, and they will gladly get you trained and ready to be a part of the city. And you know, and the people who can be, everybody can be a part. You know, you go in there, you tell them your part that you want to do, and you can have radios, you can have anything you want with the police. But it just takes us going, like the fire department. At the meeting yesterday, after you left, they said they gave out over 100 carbon monoxide testers, and they had plenty of free smoke detectors. So if you don't have a smoke detector, just go there. They'll give you one. It just takes you have to go be a part of this, you know? So I think we are in a unique time in this city where we can come together and, you know, make some changes in your everyday life. And when these changes start occurring, that's when you live a happy life. Isn't that what our goal is? You know, that's what you want to be. You don't want to be scared or hurrying or fearful or struggling.
Financial problems, because that takes away safety in all ways and trust.
Exactly.
That's why we need to funnel more cash into building for our future.
And there's so many programs that are available to do that could bring this city back. Work programs with landscaping, with building trades. Like, you know, we'll have to get the information up about in Detroit, they have factories that are taking parts from the abandoned houses, working with it, hobby craft, like making picture frames, you can make anything out of it and then sell it. People will buy it, they'll store it, and then people are, you know, but just think about it. You can bring the arts out. You can, if that's what you do, you can have that here. Self-generated funds in the city. These factories can flourish with just a little help out. Bam, they can get going. And you know, everybody says, oh, everyone's lazy and needs a handout. No, you just have to share the wealth. It can't be just the little group of two guys with a bunch of employees hoping they don't, you know, lose their job and you give your life away. Right, you give your life away to somebody else. You know, and that's
how we do each other when we're in times of need.
We don't have to do that.
This. Seriously.
And we're going to continue to work on this page. Mine and Leroy Jackson, we're both on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. So you can find us and be a part of this. Share what you have. We can all come together and mix and talk. Now, and that's the greatest gift of social media, because now we can go hang out with somebody and never leave your front room. Because you can sit there and talk to them and, you know, find out all about them.
So what about the kids that can't afford it and stuff like that in Flint? So what about the programs for that, though?
And that's what has to become a part of our everyday life. This digital divide is a big problem in our cities. And with our community, we can have these internet hubs and internet cafes with Dr. Joyce O'Neill and Round 2 Education and Economical Development. We will be places where you can come in, sit down in a friendly, happy environment with people who will welcome you and instruct you and teach you how to be a part of these programs, to navigate the internet, to, you know, we want to teach people how to write resumes, upload resumes. We want people to be able to access their email account, because, you know, most people who write correspondence is dead. You know, they don't even make the children do cursive anymore in schools. You know, I remember cursive in school. It was something else.
Take cursive out. Just
I used to struggle with that, but you know, that's the thing. These are some of the training that we can start showing people how, because you will have an email account. When you're an adult, you have an email account. And to have a mail account and understand how to work it, upload, and share things to people, and that's, you know, you can have meetings all around the world. Whatever you have to offer can be with these accounts that are free. Once you have that broadband service, and you know, the way they give out at Metro these free phones, if we have internet in the air, that's what broadband is. We can have it in the air. Internet is just around like Wi-Fi in different areas of the city, in the neighborhoods.
It separates people, man.
Because another thing I heard was family education. You know, mom, dad, brother, sister, everybody learning, reading together. And that will promote that environment, because we somehow fool ourselves to think that, oh, we'll be smart, we know everything, but you didn't study. How do you know?
Just because you're a parent, don't mean you don't need to learn how to be a better parent. Or learn more parenting skills. That, you know, I hear a lot of people say when they say, hey, you might need to go to parenting class. They're like, no, we don't need to go to parenting classes. Sometimes we need those things. No matter what it is, you can learn something new and become a better parent. So don't down anything that's going to help you, especially when you come
all available resources. You have to take advantage of it. You have to take advantage of the educational access you have in the city, and it's unbelievable with 4 major universities for the supposed, you know, literacy level in this city is so low, and we have all these colleges around us.
Third best.
How are we Kettering, U of M? How are we so
Where's the master plan at on this one? Huh?
squeezed out? Right, and that's the thing. It doesn't make sense. So that's our goal, to open up a broadband,
dumb us down.
have
Let us
sports
in.
academies in each corner of our city, and develop our children to be successful in the global economy. So who cares about these small city lives? And that the life is to train yourself to be the best you can through education, information, and there's going to come times in your life where you need resources. Whoever you are, you need a resource, and to have available, we need each other.
Community development.
That's the way it used to be. You know, everybody used to have farm and grow certain vegetables, and then all come together and share.
Right. Community
Pass
development,
it out.
man. We used to help each other out. You'll see a kid walking down the street, and you'll say, "Don't you supposed to be in school?" You'll pick him up and take him to school.
Right.
Nowadays, you just walk by him and splash water on him. Man, we need to get together in Flint, man.
Yes,
we need
do.
this for real.
Yes, we do. And and there's right now it's such an interesting time because people are starting to come awake. They're starting to take action. We need to make sure we become the change we want to see. It's going to take us to change us, And with that, I think we hit a few topics. We're going to try to go to these meetings and tape them for people who can't get out, people who can't watch in person, but still live in the city. You guys can watch what's going on. We'll try to make them accountable for our city, because I'm so tired of hearing we love Flint and then you spend all the money in Grand Blanc.
And they don't show coverage of people doing positive things. They show snippets. We're going to show the whole thing.
Let's show our leaders and show us what we can do to make the difference. That's why we elect you. You're supposed to be the first ones with the knowledge to help us make a difference. So let's hold them to it and take action. Tomorrow morning, Flint Neighborhoods United meeting at Woodside Church. And December 8th will be Karen Weaver's first town hall meeting from 5 to 7 in Hasselbrink, hosted by Eric Mays, your councilman. So shout out to the Honorable Councilman Mays. We see you out there. And
this ought to be very interesting.
It's going to be fun. We want to have a packed house for that. We want to show some excitement and have a good time with our community. And Eric Mays will be there, and most of the city council, the mayor. So it'll be a chance to really
residents of Flint, whom we
come
love
together and be a part of this city. You want to be a part. You want to be on the team or take action. Show us what we can do together.
Just because you're not a part of that community don't mean you can't be part of the development.
Right.
That's what we got to do as a society.
We have to network. We have to build a comprehensive network of people. So with that, do you have anything else you would like to add today? Any shout outs?
No, but what I would like to add is we need to get more community centers around Flint. And we need more ideas on that, especially out towards like Carpenter Road, Door Highway, and we already got another one that's popping up that Mr. Shayne know about. He had more information on it.
That is Round 2 Economical and Research Development. It's going to be internet Wi-Fi hubs all over the city, little cafes, whatever neighborhoods they like, they can have that sort of environment to be in and relax and enjoy. And
computer engineers get these little ones to rolling, huh?
It's time to come and have that opportunity, and each one can be a broadband and just have the internet pumping neighborhoods and families and the cities together, because
community involvement for real.
You only have one chance, and you have to be successful, and you have to take advantage of what you have to offer, and with that,
and keep up the good work for all that is giving me information and giving us information, and we're circulating like Rhonda Kelso. I kind of forgot about her last week.
Shout out to everybody who's on the internet with us. We got a big shout out staying in our lane.
She's been doing her
Arthur
thing too.
Woodson, Melissa Mays, Flolissa,
Nancy. We see you.
We got to talk to you, Philip. We see you out there.
Dwan, keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Barbie
and there's so many. Yep, Barbie.
Yusuf, and congratulations.
Congratulations, Yusuf. We got
doing a little documentary out.
Yes, we definitely got to get together. And another shout out to the big guy. The man upstairs, because you got to keep God in everything. And
definitely.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.